Just like many of the other inverts, the roach population loves a good dose of protein every once in a while. I usually feed a source of protein, whether mince, cat food, fish flakes or eggs, a couple times a week. But one week a few weeks back, I completely forgot. Completely missed out on the protein feed and just fed them fruit and veg for just over a week. I didn't think this would be a big deal, and I mean, I suppose it wasn't. It didn't have any adverse effects on the colony, but they clearly missed it. They started an almost small frenzy, fighting to get to the protein. After all, it is an important part of their diet. So let's try it again and get it all on camera. The colony has absolutely exploded lately. It was doing well, but we've hit that sweet point where the population growth has become exponential. Which means we can start feeding some to the reptiles, the intended purpose. Expand the variety, enriching their diets and bringing a new source of enrichment. Another bonus is it saves money. I'm always looking for ways to make the reptile shed more financially viable and bring down costs. After all, the more money we save on the costs of running the shed, means the more money we can put back into the channel, enclosure builds and bettering the life of these guys. I'm also likely to be building a new vid for the roaches at some point soon. The colony's grown to a strong size, and to sustain growth, we need to make sure they've got enough space. As far as feeding goes, I like to give them a fair bit of variety. So I'm feeding cantaloupe, red pepper and some gecko paste mix today. Along with our protein source. All this mixed together will gut load the roaches, encouraging a healthy population. And in turn, they'll pass much of this nutrients onto the reptile they're eventually fed to. Look at that, they're going crazy. Instantly got a whiff of the protein source, and that's that. They're all over it, clambering over each other, just to get a bite. You'd think I'd never feed them. We want to see fat guts just like this female here. A stomach full of food means steady mating, and a female like this girl could very well be carrying a brood. The females carry the eggs for roughly 2 months, often pushing the egg sac outside of her body to air them out, helping avoid fungus or mould growth. And once the eggs are ready to hatch, the female releases live, fully formed roach babies. Interestingly, the female will somewhat guard over the babies for a week or two as she recovers from the pregnancy period and the stress of birth. After this time, the babies will venture out on their own and see no further sort of parenting whatsoever. The babies do, however, rely on some special excrement the adult roaches release, known as frass. They consume this frass, which carries essential gut bacteria for the babies to start their own colony of bacteria inside their own guts. This bacteria is believed to help enhance plant matter digestion, helping the roaches make the most of each and every meal. And come the next day, everything's gone. Not a shred of food remaining. You can tell they've had their fill, feeding again, same as before, and not even close to the same level of reaction. Some still come out and seem to be for the most part enticed by the protein offering. But we're not even close to a frenzy. No rush or anything. After all, it is considered an important addition to the diet, but not necessarily a staple. So it makes sense that after having their fill, they're not really interested in it over the next few days. Or at least until the cravings kick in again. I do love my roaches, and I'll try to come up with some more video ideas involving them in the future. Other than the enclosure build I've got planned. I want to educate more on the species and show them off in all their glory. And if along the way it helps some people overcome the disgusting, mucky, disease-riddled stereotype the media often showcase roaches as, then great. They're animals in their own right, and don't live up to the negative stereotypes we often believe and expect of them. So maybe to help prove this point, we might have to explore some new species in the future. Other species of roach. Because just like the woodlice, there's many unusual, unknown species.